264 CK SE Grey Wolf here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And if you're up on top of your Cherokee brand campers, you're going to say, hey, there's already a 264 CK. What's this CK SE? It's called Special Edition. I prefer to think of it as Simplified Edition. And what Cherokee found is in the last couple years, they've exploded in popularity. They're Forest River's #1 selling travel trailer, and they have been for 2 consecutive years now. It wasn't just a fluke. They're a very, very solid product. You know, it's easy to get on top. It's a heck of a lot harder to stay there. Talk to anybody, and everybody knows that's true. But what they realized is they got really feature enriched, and that affected their weights and their price tags a little bit. And they realized, you know what? Back at the end of the day, there's a core group of just campers who aren't looking to go RVing. They're just looking to take their family out and do some fun weekend camping because they work midweek. And they weren't addressing those folks. They weren't addressing those needs. They were asking you to invest maybe more than you had intended. And that's where this comes in. So like I said, it's Grey Wolf, what I just call Simple Edition. Just camping edition. No necessary, nothing that doesn't have to be there. This is all it's all the thrillers, none of the fillers, none of the things that don't have to be there. There's still some smart things. The core thing that makes this a member of Cherokee's family here is still present, like the construction. We still have you know, your 5/8 floor decking, your 3/8 walk-on roof deck, and we still have an average of 12-inch on-center wall studs. We still have the 250% thicker aluminum nose sweep so that it's both wind and stone deflecting. They put that on there because if you look at some old campers, 7-8 years old, maybe more, with some fiberglass noses, you'll see that there have been cases where the nose has concaved in from headwind pushes. That's not going to happen here because this is essentially a horse trailer kick plate wall mounted on the front of this trailer. So things that are going to keep this looking good long term are here, such as the seal gripping slide walls. They probably could have saved a little money by going to just a smooth fiberglass here, but this is something that affects base structural integrity and reliability, so they didn't want to sacrifice that. They still have the big windows because that's a feature you're going to use every day. The stuff that you need, the stuff you're going to use and touch every day is here. They still have good looking wheels on it, so it actually still looks pretty sharp going down the road. And this is just a Forest River old school feature, putting some storage behind the sofa back here, or rather access to it. Almost all sofas in the RV business have some kind of storage, but very few actually build access to it anymore, and that's all it takes is a baggage door, and that's something that almost nobody does, you know. For potential use and ease, they still have this thing backup camera prepped. You know, that's an easy thing to add aftermarket. They still have an easy tilt adjust power awning on this, because again, you're going to use that awning for your family every single day. So that's why, you know, you have the nice component on here. There is no such thing as too much storage. You saw they had a big front underbed compartment, and they have a big rear underbed compartment. And when you look around, you know, you can see that the fit and finish in here is pretty darn sharp. And I like that even here on you call it the Simplified series, they're still treating their baggage doors. Let me try it. There you go. You can see how this door framework has been treated so that, you know, when exposed to moisture, humidity, it's not going to swell and rot and mold and mildew. They still did the right things. You still have a nice little outside speaker system here, and what's actually kind of cool is there's LED lights behind these speakers. They glow at night, so you actually have some cool patio lighting that way. Let's step inside for you. They still have a friction hinge entry door, so I can slam that sucker, and it still doesn't just bang into the side of the trailer. So wind slams or kids who just fling doors open, they're not going to hurt this thing. Stepping inside, and this is kind of what I like about it. It's not what they left out of this trailer, it's how much they kept that actually impresses me. For instance, we still have all LED lighting. They could have saved a lot of money by going to incandescent, but the trailer wouldn't function as well. This has all the functions of any other trailer they make. It's just simpler in its application. That's what I like about it. So it's all LED lights, so they're brighter, they use less battery power if you're dry camping, and they don't generate the heat of incandescents, plus they last longer. They still had the folding armrest jackknife sofa here, so this can be like a theater seat, and they still have it positioned directly across from the entertainment center. Now, Simplified Edition here doesn't include a TV, but again, it's a camper, less of an RV. If you choose to add a TV, they've given you the perfect place to do it. What's cool about this is it's still 100% carpetless on your main deck, so it's easy cleaning. You can just broom it out, Swiffer up, and you're done. The way they've accomplished that was with a fully above floor slide out, so they don't have any big piston arms running through the frame of their trailer either. It's another structural integrity item. Full storage below the dinette, and again, things that they still have included in this as compared to their big brother product, all tabletops, countertops, all any top thing is a pressed membrane resin top, so it's sealed. So if you set an iced tea here and it sweats a little bit and it hits that tea mold, it could swell and sponge up into the particle board core of most tabletops. This is sealed. That can't happen. These are all pretty much, this is actually called the standard interior. You don't choose the decor of a special edition, you just get it, but frankly, almost everything in the RV business is brown or browner, so which shade of earth tone would you like anyway? If you don't like it, frankly, just redecorate it however you want. Easy white, and this floor plan feels monstrous because they didn't put a bulkhead wall up here. They put it's just an open concept with a privacy curtain you can pull through. Again, a camper, not an RV. If you want that kind of features, then maybe look at the normal 264 CK that we carry here at Haylett RV. I've done videos on that. You can see that on our website, which reminds me, if you want to know how much it is, I leave you a link right down here. It says check for price and availability. You click that, that'll tell you. Provided the specs are available from the manufacturer, I also include weights and measures there as well, links and things. So the bed, you can walk around it easily. You see that we still have household outlets on both sides of the bed so that we have phone chargers or run your breathe machines. They still even dress it up with a little accent wall up front. They still do nice things. You can still be very proud of this, even including some big windows. You see that big bedroom window right there. This thing has huge windows. They were not shy about putting good windows in here. Now, over here in our kitchen, they did some very smart things that I really like. So, they've got a partial stainless package to break up the wood tones and whatnot. But again, all pressed resin countertop with a recessed sink. You see, you've got the big, it's called, I guess, a farmhouse sink is the fancy pants name for it. I call it a big honkin' sink. That's my fancy pants name for it. It's not really fancy pants, is it? But they also recessed the stovetop, and they gave you that tempered glass cover so you have some extra prep space here, and they still even included a backsplash. On a trailer that is very price point focused, I didn't expect little detail stuff like that. There are detail things in this that I went, wow, they could have actually made this even cheaper, but again, it would have degraded the day-to-day functionality of this trailer, and that was something that they weren't willing to give up, and I really respect and commend them for that. Now, there's no oven here. And frankly, guys, if we're being honest, which if you've seen any of my used RV videos with problems, you know I am honest, nobody uses the ovens. Now, if you're like a full-timer and you live in this, you're an exception. People in a camper, not an RV, don't use ovens. So instead, how about a big plywood constructed drawer here? 5/8 plywood at that. This is heavy duty, buddy. And they didn't waste any space in here, and we still have extra drawers over here. There's good storage in this small kitchen, but the storage doesn't really end there. This seems plain and unassuming because they didn't bother spending money dressing up an entertainment wall. It's a baseline product. There's nothing wrong with this paneling right here. They could have spent money, putting like a faux stone on it or something like that, but that would have cost money for just pure cosmetics. This is thriller, not filler right here. So instead, what you get is a big closet right here, and this is extra pantry and storage and linen space and anything and everything you ever wanted it to be all in one spot. And again, easy little click LED lighting. Now back here you've got what is basically the most common bunkhouse arrangement in the world today, the double over double bunkhouse with the little built-in bunk ladder, so you don't have to throw little Timmy up to the top bunk. They can clamber up and down on their own. But they still included some smart things like power outlets here for the kids to be able to run some phone chargers. So they didn't decontent and gut this thing. They could have saved money by not putting in dual windows, but that would have taken away from the function of the trailer. That's the thing. Everything that matters is here. Everything that needs to be here is here. Everything for a person who really goes camping is here. All the other thrills and frills, they're not here because they don't need to be. Everything that core truly matters is present. They could have saved money by not putting in a shower panel surround, but they still included it because that's a good use day-to-day item. You know, a bigger sink. They could have saved money on a cheap plastic little bitty sink. They didn't. They could have saved money on a smaller medicine cabinet. They didn't do that. They left in the stuff that matters. They took out the stuff that doesn't. So what you're left with is pure value, pure function, and no monkey business. So give us a call. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.